And then some deep down on Google Ads. So here we have a couple of examples of two very famous marketplaces, Outdoorsy and RV Share. And let's have a look at the Google Ads. So here on Outdoorsy, I classify those in like two categories, low intent and high intent. What I mean here, for example, low intent, I'm more like a generic category. For example, we can see here for Outdoorsy, there is like, they promote the overall marketplace. They say Outdoorsy, official site, number one trusted site for RV rental, Outdoorsy RV rental. And then we have the high intent is very specific. So in this case, it's like bottom of the funnel, when it's more like keywords, they leading conversion. For example, in this case, we have Detroit, campers, and RV rent, Outdoorsy. Also here, I found some like dynamic insertion. So one thing you can do is also in your Google Ads, having dynamic insertion on keywords, or also location, so that based on like the location of your user, they're going to see the name of the location in the ad copy. And here the main difference is this: with a low intent, is more like try to having like on top of the funnel in terms of what is important, and then on high intent is like pushing on conversion. Other example, quite similar, low intent, high intent. Here for RV Share, we can see the low intent is more generic, like RV rental near you. And also I guess this one is also like a very popular SEO keyword for them. And the high intent is specific on the city. Couple of other things. So here we have how to start. You need to thinking about like what is like your high intent, a low intent. In this case, for example, from your demand side, but also those company running ads also for supply side. Other thing that is quite interesting is like the type of like objectives they have for low intent. For example, objectives for low intent is to bring awareness, to letting people know what is the most important things on the platform and the platform, the value of the platform. The high intent is helping normally, as I say, supply or demand side to doing a specific action. As I say, in this case, like can be a conversion, can be a registration, and so on. And here's some other example about budget allocation. As I said, those are just like generic example. So don't take those percentage of that can work, those percentage that can't work for every single marketplace, but just to give you like an idea. Normally, when you have like early stage budget allocation, you try to focus on your budget. If you can see on the bottom of the screen, on the bottom of the funnel, like 70-80% of the funnel. Why? Because you want to capture, as I say, as many transactions as possible, as many conversion as possible. And then also you have like small budget for like middle of the funnel and top of the funnel, just to getting enough people also to the bottom of the funnel. So to starting having people also experiencing and understanding about your service before to convert, because not everyone, as I said, on the first touch point is going to convert. And difference with more mature marketplace, the budget allocation is shifted. So in this case, the majority of budget is on the top of the funnel. And the reason why is because they try, as I say, to expand the market size, as I say, making the marketplace more mainstream. So they're investing even more on the awareness stage, rather than they have also like middle of the funnel and also bottom of the funnel, they're working together. And this one can be also the case, for example, of like Airbnb. They're like very focused on the top of the funnel, try to bring more people inside the platform, but also having bottom of the funnel like re-engagement campaigns or very like specific high intent keywords they're very transactional. And this one is like the main difference, just to sum it up. So early stage marketplace maximize the bottom of the funnel. So all the keywords, like long tail keywords, they're like very specific for purchase intent, and then having also some budget at top and middle to having a pipelines of user, the starting, as I say, understanding your marketplace and then moving along to your bottom of the funnel. Scale maturity is more like, as I say, top and middle of the funnel, but also you want to maintain some allocation on your bottom of the funnel. And here a couple of more example also to like StockX. One example here on low intent over high intent. On the high intent, we have circle here in blue, like the shopping campaigns. So in this case, they have a lot of like shopping campaigns, like more than 90% of the ads are like shopping campaigns. And here I just want to give you a couple of like insights on shopping campaigns. So this one was some data for one marketplace I was working with. And one thing we recognize is also having using a performance bucketing strategy, understanding also classify all the different product based on different type of ROAS. So they're going, for example, having the index is like average ROAS, like lower than average, higher than average, and then understanding how much is also like the cost. For example, here we saw that the budget, 97% of the revenue come from like high performance product, but only 54% of the ad spend goes to they went to underperformance. So in this case, with like performance bucketing, we saw that a lot of like budget that we're spending with products that have like very, very low ROAS, like 0 or 1%. So they were like losing a lot of money. This one is an example. Under index means it's like low ROAS, for example, 0, 1. ROAS, and they were losing more than like 100 grand in profit. So this one is not like revenue, GMV. This one is like profit, accounting for like the take rate. And also in the last 90 days, there was like 24%. So this one is just one strategy when you're also starting to be more advanced, and if you're running a shopping campaign, to fragment it, all your products based on like performance bucketing and understanding how those products are performing and where the profit is coming from. And also here, just to let you know a little bit more advanced on this, also classification of product based on like number of conversion and also performance. So for example, products that normally they don't have enough impressions, we call zombies. So because we don't have enough data to understand in which step in terms of like ROAS they're going, and then we have profit products, they're like flux, maybe they have like 1-2 conversions, but they have very high performance, but we can't say if that is the case in terms of understanding is they're going to be driven a lot of like purchase in the future. And then we have products that are costly and profitable. So costly, they have basically, as I say, many conversion, but cost too much. Profitable, they are like the best products. And this one on the left hand side is like a type of structure of different campaigns where the heroes basically are like the top performing ROAS and index ROAS, and then we have some branding and catch all. This one is basically having a low percentage of budget and having across all the different catalog, so that we can understanding if there is any other products they're performing new products. And then we have a villains that basically like the flukes and the mesh, the one like and the costy, the one that basically are not profitable and they're not driving a lot of like profit for the company. And then we have the zombies. So basically here we have a catalog of products that we try to get more data to classify them in the different profitability buckets. And here also other question sometimes is regarding like performance max. Does performance max is like the best type of campaign to start or not? Normally it's not, because performance max is working very well when you have a lot of data in your account. For example, when you have implemented server conversion and you have a lot of number of conversion in your account. I put some pros and cons. The pros is that you can test different network, for example, search, display, video. Cons also here is that you need a lot of those data. For example, between 50 to 100 conversion per month. Google recommends 30 conversion in 30 days, but normally it's not that enough. So normally this one performance max is more recommend if you have a lot of data in your account. Another thing that is recommended is using a script. So this one is an example of like a campaign I was analyzing for one marketplace where performance max was spending in 3 different network, video, display, and search, but the conversion came only on search. So Google doesn't tell you. It's a little bit tricky how we say here in London which networking is bringing your conversion for the performance max, but as I say, using a script, you can analyzing all those data, so a little bit more advanced. So if you want also using performance max, you have enough data in your account, I suggest using scripts for analyzing all this data that Google doesn't give you directly. And then a couple of like common pitfall and how to fix when you're starting with your ads. The most common thing I see when I do like audit of marketplace account and the Google Ads is problems regarding like clicks and budgets. For example, a lot of you, if you're running like Google Ads, can see your campaign is limited by budgets, and Google say, hey, increase your budget. But the main thing here, apart of like increasing your budget, is understanding how many click are you getting out of your budget. Because in the majority of the case, like also excluding keywords that are very costly, or also work out a maximum CPC for your keywords, can be a good way to understand if you want to be profitable with your ads, specific keywords that you are, as I say, they're not going to work for you and make your ads profitable. And then other thing is limited by impressions. So another thing is like the quality of your account. Basically, Google decides how many impression your account is going to receive. And that means if you have low impression, a problem is that not many people seeing your ads. So a way to work it out here normally is like increasing the quality of your ads. So the quality score, relevancy, having very specific category or ad groups. They're also pointing maybe into your category page, so you can have high relevancy also on the ads and try to get more impressions. Other thing is few keywords spend all my budget. This is something that I see, I saw quite often. So accounts, they may be having like small budgets, and the majority of like spend is around maybe 20, 30 keywords. They're spending all the budget and they're getting like really few clicks per week. So my recommendation, if you try to make your ads profitable, as I say, not bidding on those at the early stage of your account. As I say, another thing, you can have like a target, as I say, a maximum click. So you can put like how much you want to spend per click. But in the majority of the case, those keywords are not going to work for you early on in your account. Other thing is like optimization of your budget and also the keywords. most important thing here is understanding and doing a very good keyword research. For example, here you can say Google in Keyword Planner giving you like the top page bid, the top and the lower bid for a specific keyword. So it's very important to understand also what is realistic, because sometimes you have like keywords in your account, they're like very expensive, the range of bidding, and normally for your daily budget you can get, as I say, 1-2 click. So those are keywords that are not working for you. So try to stay away, especially if you have a small budget, and also if you're looking to have your ads profitable. Other thing here also in terms of like optimization, sometimes problem can be related to, with a small budget, try to target a very wide set of country, or also states if you're targeting US. So a good approach is also try to be data driven, so looking in your account and understanding like which city, which states they're working best for you in terms of like volume of conversion, but also like cost per conversion. And similar to this is also adjusting your bid strategy and also your ad schedule. For example, you can check your ads and see if there are specific time in the day or specific day in the week you have like a cheaper cost per conversion of big volume, so that you can starting to exclude also time and days that are not working for you. Other thing about bid strategy, when you're starting an account fresh, my recommendation is just try to have as many clicks as possible. Normally you go with like, as I say, maximize click, max CPC. And then when you're starting to have enough conversion data, you're starting moving along with more like a smart bidding. So don't start, if you have a fresh account, just with like a smart bidding, like target conversion value or target ROAS. It's just because the account doesn't have enough data to help you, giving you those conversions. And here also other things to notice is how to improve your ad copy. Very, very important. Normally when I do audit, I see that a lot of like copy are very similar. So thinking about also what are like the benefits from your user if you're targeting, for example, like the demand side, you're running ads for the demand side. And the best approach, a secret approach, is like speaking with your user, understanding exactly what are the benefits for them, and using those exact words in your ads and also in your landing page. That is like the secret sauce to have a very good click-to rate and converting ads. As I said, don't trying to reinvent the wheel. Speak with the user, getting the data, understanding exactly how and also which keywords they use, and then you have those in your ads and landing page. Other thing is also like do testing. Everything is based on data, so doing a lot of like A/B test can be very important to understanding like geography, understanding also like what is working best for you. So that can be, especially in the initial phase, to putting aside percentage of your budget, normally like 10 or 30% for like running specific tests and trying to get all this information of like new geography or like new category and so on.